Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Matot and Parsha Massei. The question of the week is, where do we find strength not to give up amongst all the challenges that's going on now in the world? So this week's Torah portion, a double Torah portion, Parsha Matot and Massei, we read in the 3 weeks. The 3 weeks meaning started on the 17th day of the month of Tammuz, and it goes until the 9th of Av. And it's called the 3 weeks, and it's also called Bein Hamtzarim, based on a verse in the prophet in Job where it says, Kol Reitzveh Hisigua Bein Hamtzarim, and Rashi says, what is Bein Hamtzarim between the two strains? Referring to the 17th of Tammuz and the 9th of Av. So Rabbi asks a simple question, 1 second. 3 weeks is Bein Hamtzarim. It's the days of judgment for the Jewish people. It's a tough time based on the fact that the wall of Jerusalem was breached, the destruction of the temple, and that's what's called the 3 weeks. But on the other hand, we know that the 3 weeks, the number 3 is a very, very powerful number. The Jewish people, Cohen, Levite, Israelites, the Torah, the prophets, the writings, 3 is very, very powerful. Not only that, if we're in the 3 weeks, what are we saying? Chazak, chazak, when is chazak, take strength. How are we taking strength in the 3 weeks? And the Rebbe explains like this. Based on the Torah portion is called matos. What does matos mean? Matos means a stick. What kind of stick? A stick that was once connected to a tree, it got disconnected and became hard. So on one hand, this matos is referring to a stick that's disconnected, which obviously is referring to on a spiritual level when we're disconnected from God. But nevertheless, mata also means strength. In other words, the same word, which refers to mata, we're disconnected, we're dried out, when we have no connection, gives us the meaning of mata, we have the power and the strength to overcome the struggle. The same thing also at Massei. Massei means the journey. What journey? The journey in exile that we all go through. The 42 journeys, according to the Baal Shem Tov, every single person throughout their life and every single day, we go through journeys. But on the other hand, the same journey, which could be in a negative way, going through the journeys and the struggles of exile, the same meaning of Massei means what? That we're journeying out of Egypt. We're leaving one constraint and another limitation until we come to the ultimate abundance. So in other words, what do you see? Matos, on one hand, the same word, means both things. It means that we're disconnected and we're hard, but it also means we have the power to overcome it. Massei means we're journeying through exile, but it also means that we're journeying away from any limits and constraints. So Rabbi uses the term where it's brought down in Kabbalah and it says, Yerida Tzoyrech Aliyah. Anytime you have a downgrade, the purpose is for the upgrade. So in other words, when you look at the 3 weeks, yes, the 3 weeks is 3 weeks of between 17th of Tammuz and Tisha B'Av, but nevertheless, in these 3 weeks, we have the power to achieve tremendous greatness. And that's why, even though it's the 3 weeks, it's connected to the Torah, it's connected to the fact that we say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nis chazek, because we have the power to overcome everything when we realize that every Yerida, every downgrade, the purpose is for an upgrade. And like we see in the end of the Torah portion, what does it say? That Moshe Rabbeinu taught the Jewish people the Torah, B'arvos Moav al Yarden Yerechai. Arvos is referring to the plains of Moab, but Arvos also comes from the word of evening, where it's dark. Yarden Yerecha refers to the ultimate the prophecy, when it's going to happen when the Messiah comes, referring to when Mashiach comes. So you see in the same verse, you have the evening, you have the darkness, but you have the abundance. So in everything in life, you can look at the darkness, and it's there. But the purpose is for the aliyah, for the elevation that comes afterwards. So the answer to the question, how can we not give up hope through all the challenges? And the answer is very simple. Specifically from the challenges, we will find strength to overcome it and have the ultimate redemption of freedom and happiness. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch Menari Leib, Shlomo Yosef, Rachel Baslipa, and Sina Basara. May their souls be elevated by Torah we're studying in their memory. For more information, please see our website, Chabad.swf.org. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov.